Miss Quad, Miss Quad. She got it. She got it. Miss Quad the fraud. Yes. Married to Medicine, y'all. Episode dos. Okay. So where the hell did it begin? Okay. Quad, she's in there and she's cooking and cleaning and all this stuff, and she's upset. She's mad. She's angry at her brother. Y'all know her brother that moved in with her little nephew and the brother's um the brother's girlfriend, which is the little boy, her nephew baby mom, which is Quad's nephew mother. Okay. Okay. And I'm just, going all the way around, jumping all the way around, y'all. Um so Quad later on, she had like a conversation with Dr. G, and they brung up the whole thing that happened with Simone calling Quad out, saying why you know he's 48 and you need to hurry up and have a kid. You don't need to be a millionaire and all this kind of stuff. And of course Quad took offense to that. But Quad and Simone, they sat down and had a conversation about it. And Simone was very calm and pleasant. And Simone was just like, you know what? Um, I guess I shouldn't have said it the way I said it, but I meant what I said, that you need to have a baby and this and that. And Quad's whole thing is like, she's just like, look, these men can up and leave you any second. They can roll over one day and decide they don't need your ass or they don't want your ass, and then I'm stuck with just a baby. So I understand Quad's reasoning, but she just don't want to be somebody's baby mama, and I get it. But Quad, I mean, this man have been good to you. He is 48. Like, come on through, sis. Come on through with them eggs, girl. But Dr. G was just like, look, Quad, I just don't feel like you're really trying, and you're really trying to compromise and this and that. Um, well, Quad was just like, you know what? You're right in a sense, but I just, you're never here like that, and I just, it's. Do you really think this would be a good time to have a baby? So I had no idea, but Quad didn't even let her husband know that she was moving her brother and his girlfriend in and the baby. I had no idea. I thought they was cool with that, but she just moved her brother down from Memphis, and just trying to help them out. She had a little scene early in the episode where she's talking to her nephew's mother, which is her brother's girlfriend, and she was just like, you need to learn how to cook, you need to learn how to clean, like your ass been eating good, you need to learn how to cook over the stove, child. And Quad is basically cleaning up behind them and all that shit. Yeah, they need to go like ASAP. You can help Kim folks out, but they can't just stay long. Help them out, give them a maximum time when it's time to be out. But hell, I mean, it is what it is. Or at least help him to get his own place, sis. Like, I had no idea Quad just moved her brother and them down and just in the house and didn't tell her husband. What kind of shit is that? I mean, it is your house too, but damn, like, he's the reason y'all got this house. Like, come on, sis. Come on, sis. So, let's see what happened. We meet Janice Sheldon, something like that. Which is Toya's friend. She's kind of health conscious like Jackie. Thin lady. Attractive. Might I add, tall, short haircut. She's beat, good cheekbones. And she's Toya's friend, and they come over and they're talking and shooting shit. Now, Janice, she mentioned to Toya that she has an issue with Dr. Heavenly, because when they was at Lisa Nicole's boring ass event last week, Heavenly approached, Heavenly and her husband, and Janice and her husband, they, approach each other and they talk, and Heavenly kind of made some smart comments when she was talking to them, and she was just like, oh, she asked, how long they've been married, yada yada. And then she was just like, so you work for your husband. And the Janice lady, she works for her husband. So, but Dr. Heavenly said it in a shady way, like, oh, you work for your husband. Like, oh, well, I have my own practice and I'm my own doctor, yada, yada, yada. She, that's what she gave off, whether she meant it that way or not. And Janice was just like, yeah, I do work with my husband, and I'm, this and that. I'm a social worker, yada yada, whatever she said. And so Heavenly learned that they had 6 kids. She was like, oh, you have 6 kids, and um, she said something like, is all of them yours or something? But he has 4 kids on his own from a previous marriage, and then she has 2 kids by him, Janice, by her husband, who she works for. And then Heavenly said something very shady. She was just like, "Oh, well, how do you feel?" Once she learned that all the kids wasn't by Janice, she was just like, "Oh, well, how do you feel that how the mama feel that you basically got custody of all the kids, and she there basically, another woman is basically raising that woman's kids?" And he was just like, "Well, tragically, my wife died. My ex-wife died, so and she was just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So Heavenly, shut up, you and your jaw, shut up. But I appreciate you, Heavenly, because Heavenly liked one of my Instagram videos when I was promoting the show. At Is King's World on Instagram, by the way. At Is King's World on Twitter as well. At Is King's World 89 on Snapchat. Okay. Chase King was here on Facebook. Okay. So I was just like, all right, Heavenly, you had a foot in your mouth. So Janice in there telling Toya this whole thing. And so, Janice was just like, I'm pretty much going to approach her ass when I see her. Okay, Simone had a little scene with her husband when they was talking. Um, they talked a little bit about the whole quad thing, but the topic of the conversation mainly was Mariah. Yes, Mariah. Not Balenciaga, not Carrie, but just Mariah from Married to Medicine. Mariah Huck. She's back and in the building and making splashes. And she had sent an invitation out to everybody. And, Simone and Mariah was close, but, they all kind of fell out. If you watch last season, how that whole thing happened and Mariah was introduced back to the group. But, she, had fell out with a lot of people, so it didn't really work. But Mariah's back, thank God, because she's funny as hell. And, she said that she thought that she was on damn Roll Bounce or ATL with T.I., and she was roller skating and she broke her ankle or something in 2 places. So I was like, damn, sit your old ass down. But she's turning over a new leaf. She's decided to have a whole new beginnings party where she's basically trying to bring all the girls and just hash out all the old mess and just, become back a part of the group and, obviously be a part of the show again. So Lisa Nicole, she comes over to her home, and Lisa Nicole and Mariah never really had like a close relationship, but, Mariah just called Lisa Nicole boring, which she is. So hell, there you go. So they're talking, and Lisa Nicole brings up what Toya said about her, that basically said that, you're not raising your kids, and the fact that I'm 44, I shouldn't be having kids. No way. I mean, Mariah was just like, Toya's kind of oblivious. She's kind of an airhead, basically what she said, that she really don't know what the hell she's talking about, and she shouldn't, talk and be talking to you like that anyway. And so Lisa Nicole agreed, and Mariah, she had twins at one point, but she ended up miscarrying while she was like further along. So it's kind of a touchy subject for her. So of course she would agree with Lisa Nicole having kids at her age. So they had that whole scene. Let's see. What am I thinking about? Let's just cut to the damn party because I don't think anything else really happened that was important. Okay, so all the girls come to this party. Everybody's invited, and Mariah wanted this whole blue thing. She wanted everybody in blue. So everybody came in blue. Who looked the best to me was Quad and the Janice lady. Everybody else looked, okay. Toya came in with thought where Toya and Heavenly came together. And, Toya in the car explained to Heavenly why Janice got against you and you need to handle it. So I was just like, okay. So, Toya's messy boots, but Toya ain't got nothing else to do but pay taxes, so hell. Toya in this tight ass dress, just showing out and showing ass, and I was just like, child. So, while Mariah, she has all the girls there, and she's talking, everybody but Simone, she had to work. She has all the girls there, and she's talking, and she's just like, I just wanted to have a party, a new beginnings party. I'm in a different place in my life, yada yada. While Mariah's talking, Toya's over there like, trying to go to sleep and shit, being real petty and childish. Heavenly and her sitting right beside each other laughing. And Toya was just like, I'm sorry, but the last time we was together, last time I seen you wasn't no good terms. Y'all know Toya and Mariah duked it out about 3 years ago. That legendary scene. Fighting them with diamonds and pearls and ball gowns. Oh, it was hilarious. And so Toya just like, I was just bewildered by the whole conversation, by every damn thing. So Mariah was just like, I'm just glad you're here, Toya, because after what I done been through, the shit that me and you had going on, it wasn't even that damn serious. Um, so I was like, wow, okay, Mariah, come through. Okay, so Quad gets up and she asks, is there certain seats, that you want to sit everybody? Miss Mariah was just like, yes, Miss Quad the Fraud. Of course there is certain seats that, I want you to sit. And you got the best seat in the house, sis. You sitting right beside me. And Miss Quad was just like, oh really? Oh, I am? She was like, yeah. Mariah was like, you can move it if you want to. She was just like, no, that's all right. She was like, because last time, I'm just saying, last time I saw you, you said my tear ducts was stuck. And that kind of hurt me. And Mariah was just like, yeah, well, Miss Quad, I'm turning over a new leaf, yada, yada. It was funny as hell. So all the girls sit down. And Janice brings up, it was either Janice or Heavenly or somehow. But anyway, Janice ends up talking to Heavenly. And she explained to Heavenly what she said really offended her, and she didn't appreciate that. And so while she's talking, Heavenly's kind of cutting her off, and they pretty much start insulting each other after that. Janice and Heavenly, she feels like everybody's like insecure around her, and why everybody feels, all these bitches feel insecure around her and stuff. I'm just like, Heavenly, please, I wish I had my teacup. Have a seat. Anybody insecure around you, sis? Well, some people may be. But, it's just your personality is very abrasive and off-putting sometimes. And I know somebody like that in my life who's very abrasive, up in your face, say anything, but you can't say anything back. If you do, there's something wrong with you, as if they didn't do shit. So she's very much so like that. And I think she thinks that people don't be catching her shade that she be throwing. She's good at throwing the shade. She's funny as shit sometimes. But, everybody's going to catch, some people are going to catch that shade, sis. So anyway, they're talking and they had an argument. Janice stands up and she was just like, what the hell I have to be insecure about? And Heavenly was just like, oh, that's your issue, and you're a gutter butt bitch and simple bitches and all this kind of shit. And I was just like a mess. So everything calmed down, and Quad explained to Heavenly how what I just said, she can be very abrasive and mean and all that stuff. And she was just like, okay, well, what the hell ever. And Quad, the same can be said for you. So that was just a little interesting that Quad kind of said something then. I was just like, Quad, you trying to get your moment. Sit down. So the ladies ask, is that it? Is everybody else good? I think Toya asked that. And Lisa Nicole was just like, well. And then, we're going to see next week Lisa Nicole and Toya get into it. So it's just going to be very interesting. I wonder if Quad and Mariah going to get into it. That's going to be, child. I'm looking forward to it. This season of Married to Medicine has the potential to be the best season yet. It really, really does. You guys tell me what y'all thought about this review and everything that I said. Mr. Chalaki, like, comment, subscribe. All my information will be in the bottom bar below. Talk to you guys later. Bye.